So today I'm going to talk about attitude and philosophy towards your goals. It's the most important thing that you can do. I don't think there's anything more important than that. Because if you have the proper mindset, the proper thought pattern, and the goal that you want to achieve, you'll get there. I think that's so important. I don't think anyone. I mean, I think instinctively a lot of us know this, but sometimes we can get caught up in what is that? We get caught up in believing like the way how you get there when I guess it does matter how you get there. Don't get me wrong. I believe in technique and technicalities, but if your attitude is shitty, you're still going to end up in a horrible place. I put the status on my Facebook this morning and it was there are a dozen things to help you achieve your weight loss goals. The most important thing is your attitude and the philosophy towards those goals. Because if you have the proper attitude or you have a good attitude, I mean, you got to have a positive mindset. You know, we got the podcast that I'm recording, that I'm going to launch in August. And we have this one episode. It's called Believe in Your Own Bullshit. And, we basically came to the conclusion that you have to believe in your own bullshit. So you think about why the people out there that you might disagree or agree with, it's kind of funny because, you might disagree with somebody or feel like they're scam artists. But a lot of the time, or I'm sure more than half the time, these people that are quote unquote scamming believe in their own bullshit. And we came to the conclusion, me and Nas, was that you kind of have to. I mean, no one else is going to believe in you more than yourself. And if you believe in yourself, you're going to make it. And that's the whole idea of this talk or this conversation I'm having with you guys, is that if you have the attitude, you have the proper philosophy towards things, you're going to be able to achieve your goals. And I think that's what's hard to sort of shape. But when you say philosophy, it's complicated. It's something that is ever changing. And as you listen to different videos, as you listen to different podcasts, you read different books, you work out with other lifters, you learn more about other people's viewpoints on how to approach things. Some things you like, some things you dislike, some things you agree with, some things you disagree with. And if there's anything that's really important, it's taking what works for you, taking what makes sense for you, and try some of the stuff that's new, like what I'm suggesting. One of the things that's always been difficult for me to sort of stomach or hear or listen or accept is that you need to have a positive attitude. And I agree with that, though. I think it's overly simplistic. Maybe it's because I'm older. Maybe it's because I need more story. I need more bullshit, I guess. But, what's funny is that when you really break it down, it's the only thing that really matters. You have to have a positive outlook on your life, a positive outlook on your lifting, a positive outlook on the direction you're going. Because we're all going to... You're never exactly sure where you're going to end up or how you're going to get there. But if you have the view or you have the right mental attitude, you're going to end up in a better place, even if you don't end up at the exact spot that you plan on going. And that means for me, like the 600-pound deadlift or the 700-pound deadlift or maybe even 800-pound deadlift, maybe the 500-pound squat, the six-pack abs. Not really that big of a goal, but definitely to compete at 181. It's just having that proper mindset so that when you are training, when you are faced with obstacles, you are able to overcome them. You're able to deal with how difficult it is. When you're training hard, you're making progress. Maybe it's slow, maybe it's fast, but it's easy to grind away. Maybe you kind of hit your stride and you're moving forward. Maybe you're moving forward slow or the progress you can't see, but at least you're moving. And you're making some sort of progress that's not exactly discernible, but you're moving forward, even if it is but slow, snail's pace. The one thing that is difficult is when you're faced with a very severe obstacle or pain in the ass, like in my case, my hip pain or some sort of injury, or maybe you have work that's also an obstacle. I think it's hard, but if you have a good attitude, positive thinking, right? But I think more importantly, philosophy, because I that makes sense to me. Ultimately, you need a positive philosophy. And what does a positive philosophy mean? It means that you have a way for compartmentalizing your thoughts that make sense to get you to where you want to be. And in my case, no more pain. That's like my number one goal right now, to not have any pain. Because if I'm pain free, I can train hard. And that's all I'm looking for. I want to train hard, pain free. And if I'm pain free, I can keep making progress. Before it was 600-pound deadlift. At this point, I don't even care about the 600-pound deadlift. I just want to continue to compete. I want to continue to train. I want to keep making progress. And I want to not hurt anymore. In your case, what's yours? Sometimes I have the big goal of a big deadlift or a big total. But what about that thing before you get to the big total? Could be mobility, could be diet, could be sleep, could be just training regimen. I think if you focus on the thing that's in front of you first, you're going to make it. So focus on that. It's okay to have a big goal, but remember that there are things that you need to reach first. And I think that's just my general philosophy about things. Get to that first mile marker before you get to the next mile marker. Consider that long-term viewpoint. But remember that you need to make it to that first section or that first mile marker, I guess. Anyways, that's my talk. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you guys later.